Okay, so this is my iPhone. This is a really awkward position to film in, but I think this is the best way to show you it. This is actually a phone cover from ASOS, and it's got a little cat's face on it. It's really cute. So this is what it looks like out of the case. I suppose it's quite sizable really. It's a lot bigger than my previous phone. It's definitely the most expensive phone I've owned. Yeah, this is just, I think I got a really good deal on it, and I just went for the plunge because I really just quite fancied having a really nice phone, basically. And it's never ever out of its case. It hasn't got a single scratch or mark on it because I never use it without the case, but mine's in the blue. I think the blue's really, really pretty. I was going to get the pink, but it's more of a salmony coral pink and I didn't like it, so I just went for the blue one. And I'm going to pop it back in the cover because I'm a bit OCD. I love these rubber cases because they're great bumpers if you were to drop it. Obviously it's not protecting the screen or anything, but it does protect the back, and it just, you know, stops it from getting all scratched up and stuff in your bag. So when I turn it on, this is what you see. So you've got your date and time at the top there, and that is my wallpaper. It just says Spacey's #1 girl. I can't remember what site I did that on. But yeah, really pretty. Now I'm going to go off screen and put my passcode in, and then this is basically what the front screen looks like. On this one, this is just a lot of basic stuff I'll quickly skim over because this is stuff that comes with the phone, pretty much. Your calendar and your clock. The great thing about the clock is that you've got a world clock in here, should you want to know. You've got an alarm, a stopwatch, and a timer. It's set at 3 minutes because I always use this when I'm doing dippy eggs. Really, really useful. Then I've got my photos there and my camera. You've got weather, reminders, notes, compass. They're things that come standard. I love the compass thing. The great thing about this is if you swipe it off to the other side, it's a spirit level. Should you want to see if things are level, if you're hanging pictures and things, it's really quite handy. We've actually used that. Then I've got the video thing that came with it, the iTunes store, the App Store, the settings button, and then the stuff that I really didn't want to use but I didn't want to delete in case I ever needed it, I put in extras. So passport, contacts, calculator, newsstand, Safari, Game Center, stocks and maps. And then I have a crap folder, which is voice memos, FaceTime, tips, iBooks and podcasts. I'll probably delete a bunch of those because I've not used them. I just kind of shoved them there at first because I didn't want loads of them on the phone. The next one is health, which I don't use, but I think it's something that I could get in the future. I've just not really checked it out that much. Now at the top you can actually pull down this bar and you get basically, tells you the date, tells you the weather in my area at the moment, and you can access your calendar, and then your events come here, so things like on Instagram and stuff like that. And then there's just the basic stuff that's there. And then at the bottom you can pull up, and here you have got like airplane mode, Bluetooth, which I don't turn on unless I'm going to do something with it. This silences the phone, and obviously wireless, internet, Wi-Fi. You've got your brightness settings, and then this is iTunes down here, and then you can turn the volume up on that. And then I've got the icons at the bottom, so you have got your calendar, your calculator. So if once you press something, it just takes you straight into there. So that's your timer, and then you've got your torch, which I don't want to blind anybody, but it's so bright and it's actually very useful, so I love that feature. And then across the bottom I've got the 4 things. It used to just have 2 things, but I really like having these here because I use them a lot and I just go straight to the bottom bar. So I've got my text messages, my phone, that's obviously to make calls, and I've got my contacts and everything in there. And then I've got my email set up there, so I can just click into that and check my emails, and then that's iTunes. But then we get down to the apps that I've actually downloaded. So this is the first screen. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and we'll start going through them. So I've got Chrome, Google Chrome on there, which is my internet. Then I've got UCam Perfect, which is what I prefer to take photographs with. I used to use the filter a lot more than I do but I don't anymore, but I still enjoy using the app. It's got a lot of cool things in it where you can edit, you can add makeup, you can do collages. So what I really love about it is you can kind of add borders and stuff like that, and you can do a lot with photographs should you want to, and you can actually import photos. So I can take a photo in a shop of a product, then take it into here and edit it. So I really like it. It's a great little piece of software. Then I've got my Instagram. And there's a bunch of people liking my photos. This is what's basically on there. I follow quite a few people. I really enjoy scrolling through that. Then I've got my Facebook. Then I've got the 3 YouTube apps, and I love using these. So I've got YouTube, which is just standard YouTube. You're not going to see anything majorly different here. Go to my subscriptions, and then you can see, you know, what I've got to watch there. And then I love Studio because this relates to my videos. So you can look at your dashboard, which is basically just like your analytics. And you can look at what your comments are. So you can actually reply from your phone, and then it's got your video details. So I really like that one. And then I've got a load of these sound apps. So let's take a little time just looking at a few of them. I'll not go into detail with a lot of them, but this one is one of my favourites. So I find sounds really relaxing, particularly sort of rain sounds. I also love the crackling fire sound. And you can open that up, and then you've got the picture. You can stop it, you can increase and decrease the volume. It's got a timer on it. I absolutely love the Rain app, it's fantastic. But I love rain sounds. I find them really relaxing, and I like the sounds of the ocean. I've got a real water thing going on. So basically I bought a couple of add-on packs for this. But you have got like your nature sounds, that's a pack that I bought. Weather sounds, that's more of a wind type thing. And then you've got your rain sounds. Rain's my favourite. Thunderstorms, water, nature, transportation, appliances. I love the washing machine. I really don't know why I find that quite so soothing. I have that on at work sometimes while I'm working. The sink. So that's one of the best sound apps that I've got. Then I've got a bunch of other ones, and I'll not dwell too long on these. This is basically the same sort of thing, but it just has some slightly different sounds, and they're all basically like that. A lot of them have a lot of different sounds and different features. Some of them have timers where you can have them a lot longer. If you look at this, it's got like horror, which I think will be great like for doing videos and stuff like that. And what I love about this one is that you can manipulate the sounds within it. You can take sounds out by clicking on them on the side. So I really enjoy that because I think it's really good that you can kind of manipulate. And yeah, it's got some, that one's really quite nice. So I just think this one's very good just because you can do so much manipulation with it. Relax melodies, that one you can actually overlap sounds, so you can put things together, which I really like that as well. Then this one, this is just a lot of nature sounds, and then that's got some meditation things on it. You've got relax, and I like this one as well because you can manipulate this one, so you can dial up the rain and down and the different noises that you're hearing. So I really like that because I like how you can change things around and get it how you want basically. And then you've got like your timer on there as well. Deep Calm, which is, this is just a one where there are some slightly unusual sounds on this one. And they're all kind of different, where some of them have like a loop and you can hear the loop is just repeating itself. There is a one that I'm going to come to later on that just is totally different from that, and it's fantastic. Now I got this one because it has a lot of different things on. So this has got snowstorm, underwater, cave, nighttime, It had a really good fire on here. You've got dolphins and nightingales. Oh, and then you can add these ones on by buying the add-on packs, which I quite like, to be fair. I like sometimes adding things on. And again, you've got a timer on here, but the underwater one's quite soothing. Then I've got Sound Sleeper. And again, this is another one of those ones where you can overlap your sounds. So that's an aquarium. And I can put some drums over that. You can put timers on, but this one's really quite nice just because you can overlap things and find a couple of noises that you think work together that really relax you. I've got Ambient Mixer. Now this one I've just kept because I got it because most of these are free and I try them out, and I just couldn't get rid of it because this has got a lot of Harry Potter stuff on it, which I just thought was like just really unique. So it loads up, and this one, the first one I've come to here, is Gryffindor Common Room. That's it there, and then you can basically add some of these things on and take them off however you see fit, and then again you can add timers on that one. Then I've got Rain Sound, which is exactly what it is, but there's some interesting things on here because you've got like plastic roofs, screen doors, and yeah, it's got like a night mode, and this is quite a good one. There's not a great deal on there, but they're free. So the next one is Relax Sounds. And again, I really like this one. It's got a nice campfire. It's got wind chimes, which I don't have on any of the other ones. And then, bizarrely, so any people who really love Star Wars might quite like this app. I didn't have the Tibetan bowl, and I just love that sound. So I was quite excited. Yeah, so there's some really quite nice things on there. Then coming on the next page, I've got my Costa Coffee app. I never got to Costa Coffee, but I did get the app just in case I wanted to, and I wanted to collect points. I've got Sky Go. Sorry, I've got Sky Go. So yeah, I can watch Sky on the go. Not that I really do. I will do in a place where there's Wi-Fi, because basically it just sucks up your internet usage. But yeah, it's really quite useful to check listings and see if anything's on, and then you can remote record. I've got IMDb, because we love IMDb. It's like when you see somebody in a programme and you're like, where is this person from? And then you can search the programme they're in, find their name, and then look and say, oh yeah, okay, that's where I saw them from. We are real movie buffs. We love movies. We always have, and it's just something we really enjoy, and we love all the trivia, and we like to check out trailers for films and things there. I've got Spotify. This is the free version. I don't pay $9.99 a month. I think that's quite a bit, because I don't really use it on the go. This one's my playlist of Liked from Radio. And yeah, first one up there is Fighter by Christina Aguilera. I very much identify with that song, but I really like that when I'm getting ready, put my makeup on and stuff, and I just put that on and really enjoy the mix of music. Then I've got a couple of sort of makeup ones. So I've got Photo Touch, and that basically just, you can add eyeliner and lipstick and blush and all sorts. And I really just use that to mess about. I don't use it to put photographs. I don't see the point of like taking a photo of me and then pretending I've got a load of makeup on that I haven't, but I enjoy playing with it. Glam Z2 is also very good. Basically they're MAC face charts. And then you have all sorts of different colours that you can use. So you can access the MAC pack, access their eyeshadow catalogue, and then you can pick out which shadow you want to put on your face chart and basically just put it wherever you want, as you can see. So I quite like that. I quite like fiddling about and creating little looks on there. Morpho is a really weird one, and I was going to use this to do cute little sort of video things. But this is my Morpho, and as you can see, it's like a cartoon version of me. Now I'm just going to quickly record something. Hello, I'm Spacey's #1 girl. It's kind of freaky, but I quite like it. I just thought I might film it and then put the clip in my video. I've never used it as yet, but I just quite like it. That's my period tracker. Don't need to go into that. Find it very useful. Then I've got O2 Priority, which is really great for any kind of offers that come up. And I love using that. And actually they did send me a £5 voucher for Argos when I'd been with them for a year, I think it was. So, and I was able to just take that into store and show them the app, and they took it from there. I've got Amazon, because I love Amazon. And then I've got iButtons, which is just one of the best apps ever for like fun. We use this all the time. So it's basically just little sound bites on buttons. And sometimes you can just be like just playing around. And one of my funniest memories, see if I can find it, we were riding in the car and Tony was playing around with this and she pressed this button and then we all just started doing the Gangnam Style dance, well apart from my dad because he's a bit of a boring old fart, and the whole car was shaking and it was very funny. And then what you can do is you can record your own things to put on here. So I do have a bunch of things from Scream. Just some of my favourite sound bites.
Why do you want to know my name? I want to know who I'm looking at.
I really like them. And then, oh, I love this.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die! Smelly cat, smelly.
There's just some really great things and they're just endless and it's always updating. So it's just fantastic.
First, let me take a selfie.
Some of them are longer than others. A lot of them, you know, you might not even know what they are. And I love this one and I drive Tony around the bend with this one. Just Matthew McConaughey's voice just gives me the shivers. So that's eye buttons. And then this one's pretty similar to that one, except it's a Halloween one. And I really like this. I thought this would be really great to add like sort of sounds into tutorials. I just really like it, and you can actually loop them. So let me see if I can just find a fairly short one. So that's a female scream. If I loop it, it'll just play it over and over. So yeah, I just thought it'd be quite cool because I can kind of put the music on and just kind of have it there. So yeah, I quite like it. Then I've got Asylum Nights, which is just basically like Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's in the asylum. Then I've got Magic Piano, and I just really quite enjoy this. You go in, and I'll give you a quick little demo of it. I find it very fun. I'll just pick the lower level, and it's about using, you've got to play these notes as they come up. So it tells you how many fingers, so 2 yellow dots, 1 green. So that is Magic Piano. Just find it fun. Then I've got My Angela and My Tom. My Tom is probably my favourite. I don't think you can do as much with My Angela as you can with My Tom. And My Tom is called Pudge. So he's got the sound off and then you can put the sound on.
Off and then you can put the sound on.
And then whatever you say he will repeat.
And then whatever you say he will repeat.
Hi, my name is Spacey's #1 girl.
Hi, my name is Spacey's #1 girl.
How cute is he?
How cute is he?
But what I love about it is, yes, you can take him to the toilet. You can annoy him by knocking on there. You can wash him. You feed him. You put him to bed. But the most important part of it for me, the part that I really enjoy, is the games section. So in the games section, there's just a ton of like little games, and they're just a lot of fun to play. They're just daft little games, some of them, but I really like the memory matching game and Get Off Tom, Pudge. I always call him Tom anyway, I don't know why I called him Pudge. So yeah, they're just daft little games really, but I really like them. Right, so the next two things are the Chase and Tipping Point. I love these games on these sort of game shows on TV, and I enjoy playing them because I just like the sort of, I love answering sort of general knowledge questions. It keeps your brain sharp and it's just really quite a lot of fun. Then I've got Minion Rush, which I haven't played loads, but a lot of people were saying how great it was, and I love the Despicable Me film, so I downloaded it and I've enjoyed playing it so far. And then I've got Restaurant 2, because I just quite like little games like that. Then I've got a couple of picture things. I've got Picjoint, Pic Photolar, Rookie and Insta Editor. These are just 4 programs that you can use to edit photos. You can make collages with them. You can put like coloured filters and borders and text and all sorts. I don't use them a lot, but it's always handy to have them. One thing that I do love is 8mm. And basically what this is a little video camera. I don't know if you can see how it's black and white there, but you can actually change the different filters on the camera and just, you know, do different things with it, different features. And yeah, I really like it. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like flickering now. So it's really cool. and then you can kind of download the video footage, and I just thought it'd be really cool to use that in maybe upcoming sort of horror videos, so I love that. Then I've got VidLab, which is another sort of video feature, and you can actually add rain and again sort of video features like the little scratches on the film and stuff like that, and I like things like that. I've got the PlayStation 3 SyncStar mic, which is just using your phone as a microphone, and then I've got BuzzFeed. Tony put that on my phone, but it is quite interesting to look at that sometimes, just basically entertainment news. I've got the Asda app, which I'll be taking off there actually because I had a bad experience with Asda, so that's going to be going. My Nectar card is on there, my PayPal account, and then I've got Go North East, which is the bus service, and you can buy tickets online, and I buy them on my phone and then just use the phone on the bus, so that's very useful. I've got my Depop and my eBay here, and then I've got my patient access, which is where I log into book appointments and get repeat prescriptions. And I've got this battery one that Tony got for me, and it just tells me how much battery life I've got left, which is not a lot. I've got Ochra Light. This is a sound app as well, but this is quite interesting. I like this one. So you pick a colour and then a pattern on your screen, and then you can put the timer on it, and then you can pick a sound, and the colour just changes to different hues. As you can see, it's getting lighter, and it is quite relaxing, so if you quite enjoy those kinds of light things, it's really quite nice. And then the next three apps are my last ones, and they're my favourites. So I've got Sunny. These are all by the same person. Oh, earn points. You earn points in this. Can you see that? How the picture moves. It's kind of cool. But on this one, again, it has a timer and things like that, but there's lots of different scenarios, and it basically is just a sound app. And there's a story, so you can actually click on the feather, and then you get this whole story that goes with the scenario. It's very artistic. And the timer's up at the top corner. So that one's Sunny. The one that's Sunny is basically just a lot about sort of water scenarios such as lakes and ocean shores, and it's very, very relaxing. And then you've got Windy. I love Windy because this is more the storm weather and rain and thunder and lightning and all that kind of thing. Stormy weather's my favourite. This is my favourite scenario. Now, a lot of these sounds were actually recorded by an Emmy Award winning sound mixer, so he actually recorded these, and they are actual weather. You can actually, when you listen to it, it's not a loop, it doesn't repeat itself. You can actually hear changes in the rain, changes in the wind. It's really, really good. I really enjoy it. And again with this one, there are different scenarios, and it basically just changes the picture really, but it's, yeah, it's really nice. And then I got well, I need to pause it. That one stays on when you take it off. And then I got the best app ever called Thunderspace. This cost me $2.99. You can link it up with a Belkin fan because it has a lot of wind in it, and what you can actually do is at certain points you can hear the wind, and if you link it up to your Belkin fan, one of the more fancy ones which I don't own, but you can link it up, and then what happens is the fan will actually come on, and then you've got the sounds of the wind, and then the fan's blown, and it's like a realistic weather experience. It's got a timer which you can turn on and off, so on a night time I have it on for 45 minutes to help me get to sleep. And then you can enable or disable the flashes. So, but you can't lock the screen, so I've took the screen lock off, so now I just have to remember to turn the phone off at the top, because it won't power itself off. But that's no problem because I always do that anyway. But yeah, so the flashes are enabled, and I'll do a demonstration in a moment. But you go across here, and I paid $2.99 for the app, and you got a couple of storms, and then I paid $7.99 for the add-on pack, which was basically a whole bunch more of them. And then any new ones that come on from this point forward, I will automatically just be enabled onto my account because I paid $7.99 for the full app. So I think that's really good. So when they do add new things, it doesn't mean, like with some apps, they add new things and you constantly have to purchase things. With this one, I've made the $7.99 purchase, and now that is it. That's me good. Anything that they bring out, I can get. Now, what I like about this one is they do have a little bit of blurb about each one. So this one is the roof garden, and it just kind of gives you a scenario. It says it is best with headphones, and it is very good, but on a night time I just like to put it beside the bed. So these are the different ones. You've got roof garden, waterscape, road trip, which I love that one because it's the sound of rain on the car. I really like that noise. Beach camp, ocean shore, Probably one of my favourites is this one, Dream Quest. It's really quite gentle. Then you've got Desert, which is a lot of wind more than sort of rain. There is rain in there, but this is really very relaxing. Then I've got Wetlands, and you've got frogs and stuff in there. Rainforest, Moonlit, which is another one of my favourites. Angels, which is really nice. I love the sound of that one too. And then Wood Frogs. And, you know, here's Angels. It just says, an infinite stream of fresh water gurgles through the rocky formations around you. Distant thunder claims its dominion throughout the vibrating, flashing atmosphere. Birds and gentle crickets sing in anticipation of the forthcoming downpour brought about by the dark sky above you. Now, what you basically do is, I'll just stop it for a second, what you do is you place this somewhere out of sight, so behind something. I usually just put my jumper beside the bed and then I just pop that on the top and just sink it into it and not cover. I basically face down because the screen's left on, face down, and then don't cover this part because it uses the flash facility on your phone. And what I'll do is I'll turn the light off now so you can see it at work. I use this when I'm in the bath as well. I go in the bath late at night. In fact, I'm running the bath now. And then I'll go in there and I'll turn all the lights off. The house is in complete darkness. And then I put this on and I just relax in the bath, and it's just the most amazing thing. It is like literally being in a thunderstorm. And I love rain. Rain relaxes me so much. I love the feeling of my skin. I love watching it. I love being out in it. And I just love the sound of it. So for me, it's really helping me because I'm having a lot of problems sleeping at the moment. Let me bring these lights down. Okay. So this is why I filmed this video at night as well, because it was just better to show you. You know how brilliant that is, to be fair, because when it flashes it literally lights up the whole room, because obviously it's the flash on your camera, and it's just so amazing. Okay, so I thought I would quickly explain how I use this app. I'm going to turn it that way. And I drew a drawing. I did this picture basically. I might just turn that down slightly. So I did this picture and I did it in 2 minutes, so please do not judge how rubbish this picture is. But I use what I call my Zen place. Now I use this app. I know a lot of people will think that basically £11 for an app is a lot of money. I have had my money's worth out of this in the fortnight that I've had it already. I love this app and I couldn't be without it. So I've created this place in my mind and I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like. So in my Zen place, which is kind of where I go when I close my eyes and relax listening to Thunderspace. This is kind of like a log cabin basically, and it's set on this absolutely huge lake. Basically the line over to the other side of the lake is absolutely massive. All you can see is tiny little dots of lights. It's so far away. And the cabin itself is like on stilts over the water, so you're literally on top of the water. So this is called these are double doors that kind of slide into the wall space. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like anatomically correct because it's in your mind, and as you know, as long as you use your imagination, it doesn't need to be. Anyway, these double doors open and there's a Romeo balcony, which is basically, you can't walk out into it, it's just basically a balcony straight in front of the window, and it's got this big glass panel here. So when you open it, you're just basically looking out straight onto the lake. There's a window seat here with windows that open right out, so you can literally have this big open window. And on the other side there's another window that opens out again, and there's a big clawfoot bath there. Look at my clawfoot bath. Look at the feet. And when I'm in the bath, this is the place I use in my Zen place when I'm in the bath. So basically I'm in the bath, the windows are wide open, I'm looking out across the lake, and I'm enjoying the thunderstorm that's going on outside. So elsewhere in the room you've got a bed. Now all the details in the room are not important, so I don't know specific things, I just know the layout of the room and these particular features. Other things are not important, so I don't really know what the bed looks like. It has a wooden floor, so it's wooden planks, I know that. And then this is the mattress, basically pulled off the bed and put in front of the double doors. Now the double doors are actually a little further across in my actual imagination, so they're more here. and then the window seat is smaller, but that's kind of just how my drone came out. When the mattress is laying on the floor, and then there's a big roaring fire next to the window seat there, and basically the doors are wide open, huge thunderstorm going on, it's pitch black at night, the fire is raging, and I'm lying on my mattress on the floor, enjoying watching the thunderstorm, feeling some of the rain come in, feeling droplets of water, but being really warm next to the fire. And I use different ones. This is the Dream Quest. So this is Dream Quest because it's got, like I said, it's got a number of different scenarios. That's the one I love. And yeah, then I come to bed, I put this on in the room. I don't always have the flashes on at night. Sometimes I just have the sound on. It's on for 45 minutes and then that's it, it turns itself off. And I am basically, in that time space when I'm in bed, this is where I am in my Zen place. So I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't know if anybody thinks that's really ridiculous, but to me, I'm a writer, I'm a very creative person, and just having this place, and I think it's really essential for relaxation. If you have this place in your mind that you can go to, and you're not thinking about other things, and you're thinking about this actual scenario, that actually relaxes you because it stops your mind racing about other things. You know, that's why it has minimal sort of detail, because I just enjoy the fire and the storm outside and the smaller details. You don't need the huge big picture as long as you can focus on the things that are, you know, that are really important in the scene. And I love the sounds of crackling fires as well. So I just love this whole scenario. And it really works for me. I was having massive problems sleeping. It was really impacting on me. But I am finding that this actually does help a lot. And I pay £11 again. If this app was £20, I'd pay for it because this has just revolutionised my sleep. And I'm asleep before the 45 minutes is over. But that's the last app. I don't have anything else. But that's definitely my favourite app and I use it loads. Even when I'm at work, I'll put it on, disable the flashes, and I just put it at my desk and plug it in. So I'm not like using the battery and I'm just using the computer power. And I really, really enjoy it. I like those sounds. I find them very soothing. And yeah, just love it, and I just love this phone and I'm really glad that I got it.